Revelations is the latest South Korean movie on Netflix, which expounds on the dangers of misguided faith, obsessions, mental trauma, and a need for justification. Directed by Yeon Sang-ho, who is known for hits like Train to Busan, Parasite, and Hellbound, Revelations 2 has his signature style of introspection and philosophical themes throughout. It also stars Ryu Jun-yeol, Shin Hyun-bin, and Shin Min-jae, who all give very good performances. Revelations' story really begins with the mysterious Kwon Yang-rae following a young girl to a church. He ends up being hassled by the happy-go-lucky pastor, Sung Min-chan, who tries to convince him to join his church. However, Min-chan jumps to conclusions when he learns that his child is missing and Yang-rae is a twice convicted sex offender. While he takes matters into his own hands, Detective Lee Yeon-hui takes it upon herself to tail Yang-rae as they share a harrowed past. With a missing child, a vanished ex-convict, an obsessed detective, and a devout pastor crossing paths, the cops struggle to put the pieces together. While the premise of the movie is quite eye-catching, the pacing is all over the place here. The slow-paced introduction focuses on setting up the characters' mental state, but the exposition is obviously necessary but pretty dull, as if the writers are worried about ruining the suspense. There are some pretty obvious dramatics, like zoom-ins, lingering gazes, and handheld camera work to ensure viewers don't forget all the clues and foreshadowing. And while that seems like lazy execution, you'll tend to forget it all once the action picks up. After the first incident takes place, you know you're in for a ride as Min-chan struggles with his faith, Yeon-hui faces her inner demons, and there's an investigation that is being unknowingly sabotaged at every turn. Sound and cinematography certainly work overtime to set the tone here, with strange noises, discordant music, and a somber soundtrack against an eerily neat backdrop. The clinical corporate aesthetic helps highlight the symbolism, from the cross lightning to the angelic cloud, and warm light on Min-chan while the rest of the world is drab. There are tons of such overt symbolism here, especially Christian iconography. After a particularly disturbing incident, Min-chan accidentally takes out the Book of Deuteronomy. While the verse he reads applies to the kidnapper, there is a further subtext here, because this also happens to be the book in which Moses receives the 10 Commandments. It aligns with Min-chan's belief that God is speaking to him, finally adding some nuance and subtlety to the movie's execution. Revelations' second act is the most intriguing, with the investigation, the guilt, and the secrets all threatening to spill out at any time. Ryu Jun-yeol's Min-chan absolutely steals the show here, as he believes he is a recipient of God's revelations. While the case of the missing child is still the main focus, Min-chan's transformation will have viewers questioning faith versus obsession, the savior complex, and the limits of justification, as Min-chan uses righteousness as an excuse for his actions. However, the logic behind certain character motivations is quite flawed, particularly in the case of Yeon-hui and Yang-rae. The resolution for both characters feels haphazard, and in a bid to wrap up the story, Min-chan kinda suffers the same fate. The final act is where it gets messy once the mystery is revealed. All the puzzle pieces do fall into place, but the picture we get is a pretty absurd and incomplete one. It's a bit of a shame actually, as Revelations is otherwise made up of strong performances, thought-provoking themes, and jaw-dropping confrontations. So while the narrative is a bit hit or miss, there's enough in this to make for a moody, compelling thriller all the same. Thanks for watching, and do let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Smash a like or subscribe to the channel, your support is very much appreciated. I'm Greg Wheeler, and from all of us over here at The Review Geek, we'll see you on the next video.